My name is Sir Markadoo. I want to first thank God for the opportunity, and then Brother Hopewell for the opportunity to be here to service you, because I believe in service. I do, big time. Okay. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I grew up in a family and a household where it was drugs, alcohol, incest, you name it. It was going on in there. Everybody that I knew that ever came into that household was doing some type of drugs or drinking or something. Okay. I grew up. I started smoking weed when I was 10 years old. And I finally quit when I was like 33. Oh, you have to worry about that. Okay. I'm good. So, but the great thing, one of the greatest things that happened to me, when I was 10 years old, I met a couple of Jewish guys. And I was doing some work for them. I wanted to clean their shop for them and keep it clean on the outside and everything like that. So what they began to do was teach me international economics. And at first, I knew at the beginning, of course, I couldn't really catch what was really going on in my life. But as time went on, it was spotty. But you know, I was learning every time. I was really inquisitive, and I wanted to know more. So by the time I was 11 years old, I had mastered the 5 principles of international marketing. They loved it. They loved that I understood it, and I was able to apply. Okay. By 13, I was off the chain. I was dealing with things, and I was talking to people I couldn't believe that nobody else really knew the principles. I just assumed that they were teaching me and everybody else knew, you know. So I found out real fast that people didn't know how to do business, and they didn't know how to start a business or anything like that. And by the time I was 13, I was making more money than my mother, and I was selling candy, and she was working 2 jobs. Okay, I never told her that, because she took my money. And thank God I had some mentors that told me this is how you handle your money around family and friends and stuff like that. Okay, so now but thank God as I was moving up the ladder, 13, 14, I started to get heavy into the sports. So that kind of where I met other mentors, coaches. You know, it was very important. You know, that's one of my principles. You have to have a mentor. You have to have mentors. Personally, I have 6 of them, okay, for different things that I deal with, right? I need people with intelligence that's going to lead me, guide me. We need to be led, right? Yeah. So I ended up, believe it or not, I didn't know how I did, but I ended up going to college. Okay, you know, I did. But before that, there was other things too. 2 molestations. That was devastating. I almost killed myself when I was 13. I almost slit my wrist. And I just, I wasn't really big on praying or anything like that, but I prayed. Okay? And I got past it. But then, moving forward, I ended up going to college, and I went to a junior college, predominantly white. So I got a chance to be myself, kind of sort of. You know, it's like I have that distraction. It wasn't the hood over there, you know. So it was 45 minutes or so away from the inner city. So that was good for me. But when I got out of college, I began to use crack cocaine. I started early sniffing, smoking crack, sniffing heroin. And I did that for about an 8-year period. And I finally quit. By that time, I had custody of both of my children. I didn't know how that happened. Don't ask me. The mother was like, "You take them," and I'm like, I'm a geek monster, you know what I'm saying? But I had some control of my lifestyle, you know, whatever that means, you know. I was out of not control, I had some control, right? But when I left, when I left Boston area, I came down here. First pit stop was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Stayed up there for about 30 days, and I moved here to Atlanta. I had nothing. Stayed with my aunt and my uncle. And I worked for a company, Edwards Baking Company. They make pies and stuff like that. So I did that for some months, and all of a sudden I bought 24 religious T-shirts. First one was "Thank you, Jesus." It was just words on there. Second one was "God is awesome." But I sold a lot of them. I took that 2 dozen, flipped them, and then finally, here comes the store. You know, I got into the oil business, the body oil business, and it started to grow. And then I finally opened up my first store, probably right around 96, right off of Wesley Chapel. That's where I met Dave. And I grew out of that building. Moved over to where we're at now, Park Central Boulevard. I was across the street. I was across the street for 3.5 years in the 2500 building. And that was like 3,500 square feet. I blew them doors open. And I moved across the street into a 10,000 square foot warehouse. By that time, I was already shipping overseas. You know, gosh, you know, it was something to behold. But it was something still through that run, that whole run up to now, has been youth activism. I wasn't really heavy into it like I am now. I mean, we're getting ready to dominate the youth industry in this country, and I thank God for using me and using Dave and a lot of other people that I know that around the nation, because I ship all over the United States. So I have associates everywhere, and because I shot a lot of videos. I got a lot of videos out on the open market, so they're all most of them are teaching videos. So it's easy for people to learn business strategies without talking to me. So I made that happen. You know, I mean, it was tough at first, but then finally, once I got a few videos under my belt, I realized how much of an impact I was making on even the international markets, right? Coming from the hood, right? Why God? Why you use me? Right, okay. Now I see how important it is to help the youth, right? So my man, little 7, he came. His grandmother, you know, please help me with my grandson. Please help me with my grandson. So I showed her some key things that she can help me with her grandson. He was 5 at the time, but he's 8 now. And he's really good at what he does. You know what I mean? He really is good. I haven't got a chance to talk to him a lot, but just in passing, he would come over and we would get a chance to talk and train him on a couple of techniques and stuff like that. And he is really good at it. And now he's at the point where he's going to get ready to recruit other kids to sell his product line. That's how awesome it is. So I'm going to go from there. That's 7 right there. Yeah, you can pass that around. That's my little dude right there. Pass that phone around.
It's going to go off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You might not have made it back to the front. Yeah. I'm very focused. I'm like one of them tunnel focused people. When I really want to win, I win. I don't like losing. I'm not a sore loser, but I just say, well, I'll get you next time. That type of deal, right? And I'm at this point where I see all of our brothers and sisters around the globe, because I'm international, so color don't mean anything to me. The Koreans are my #1 customer. I sell more product to the Koreans. I make more money off the Koreans than anybody. I probably make about $500,000 a year just off the Korean base alone. Not even talking about the Arabs and the Jews. I mean, I get their money too. Get them my brothers and sisters. So now I'm real heavy on now. I want to teach youth economics on a whole nother dimension. So you can write this down because you will hear about it. It's a youth economic revolution. You will hear about it. And I will tell you, at that point when I see you, I'll say, welcome to the revolution. Because it is a revolution. We have to fight. We have to fight. Race doesn't mean anything to me. The only thing that really means anything to me is the human race.
There you go.
Okay? So, with that being said, you look at the youth. You look at the youth through the youth eyes, especially Pastor. We're going to get to you. I'm going to get Pacific in a minute. When you look through a youth, from a youth point of view and perspective, it's scary. You know, we all were kids. We all were young. I mean, life could be scary. I mean, and even as adults, life could be scary. But I want to ease. I want to ease that pain in society. And I really look at youth, and youth need, what's the biggest thing they need? Money. If they're 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, they want that paper. And if they're not led the right and proper way, they will rob, they will steal, kill, destroy. They will get you. It's just a matter of time because they don't have any systems that are in their home, and then they go to school, and those real true systems are not there, and then they go to church, and it's definitely not there, okay? So in my eyes, if we're going to even minutely recover as a society, we have to look at our youth and our children in a way that they can make money at any age that they want. They can be a millionaire at 5, 6, 7 years old. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with teaching youth at a young age how to make money? What is wrong with a 1 or 2 year old baby? You teaching them how to count money, how to show them the denomination, and they understand it at an early age. Because that's how I treat my granddaughter. And I had my first grandchild, and she is going to learn international business at a real early age. And she's going to understand foundations, how to control money, how to share money, right, the right way without throwing your life away. I have a, here we go. That's my granddaughter right there.
If you don't have yours, I have ours.
That's my granddaughter right there.
Hard for people to
I love to watch my granddaughter play with money. It's very important that she can identify with the money before somebody else introduces it to her. I'd rather do it first. There's all kinds of ways that we introduce children to money and finance and stuff like that. So I figure if I do it, and then that's my responsibility as a grandparent. Maybe the father ain't doing it, maybe the mother ain't doing it, but that has nothing to do with me. I have a job to do, okay? And because that my son that had the little baby, he was 9 when I started. Now he runs my company. That's what affords me to be in places like this and travel the world. I do what I want when I want to do it. Because I put it in position for that to happen. A lot of people don't plan for the future. They really don't plan for retirement. I mean, he's ready for retirement right now. I got my hand raised. I got my money from retirement.
My retirement's the grave.
I want to enjoy my money while I'm alive, though, man. Before they get to enjoy it, I want to enjoy it myself, right? So, it's in all of our best interest to understand where the youth are coming from, if in respect to who you are, where you coming from, right? So let's deal with that. If I'm like this, if I'm going to teach a child how to make money, I want to teach the parents how to do it as well. Right? It's easy. I mean, you shoot yourself in the foot. If I shoot myself in the foot, I'm teaching the kids, and I don't have the parents or a guardian to participate, so they'll know not to ruin this kid's life after all this information they got. Right? So now we're gonna cross right into the church life, what Pastor and I were getting ready to do. And you tell me, I want you to stop me at any time, and please let me know if I'm not talking sense, and if I'm not hitting it right on, stop me and say, excuse me, ask me a question right there. So you stop me if I'm not hitting it right on the money, okay? Excuse me. Pastors, how many pastors? We got about 9 pastors in here. I need you pastors have churches. Who's pastoring a church? Yeah. Okay, I got a couple. Okay, so how many? Let's say you have at least 100. You have at least 100 people in your church. How many you got in ministry in your church, beloved?
40.
40. Okay. All right. Any children in your ministry? Okay. All right. This is gonna be real easy. You have any business people in your ministry? You have any business-minded people in your ministry?
Yes.
Okay. You have anybody in your ministry that maybe did drugs before? Maybe prostitute, gangbangers? Anybody in your ministry right now that God has saved their life, spared their life, and they're in your church? You got any people like that in there? That did something against God's people?
All of the above.
Okay. So with that, that means that takes care of that in my head. And I knew that. I should be able to ask 1,000 people in the congregation, have you ever done anything against mankind that only you and God know about it? Come this way. And I should be able to look over and I don't see nobody in those seats. Everybody gets to the front. Everybody's guilty of something. Okay? So that backbiting, that backstabbing stuff, for those in the churches, has got to end. And it will, if we do certain things, like what I'm getting ready to tell you now. So if you have people in your church that's been, like me, when I go to church, I'm 8 years into being a crackhead, okay? So if we have people, we minister to people outside the church, then I would volunteer to help clean some of these people up, right? Because I have experience in getting clean. I've been clean 22 years. Amen. 23.
Amen.
So now, if I know I'm in your church, and you call me out, you say, anybody here ever, been in drugs before? Because we're going to do some special ministry. We're going to get some people. We're going to go out and save some people's lives. I volunteer. Okay? Now, you know that I do this. But I know that inside that church, that somebody has children, friends, family, somebody that's hooked up and strung out on something. Is that safe to say that?
Yeah.
Out of a big old building like this, and you don't have to raise your hand, but I said raise your hand if you have a child or somebody in your family that's strung out, you would love to get them saved and get up. And some people are really like halfway in and halfway out. You kind of save them now, Yeah. So, if that is happening in your church, we're going to come into that church and we're going to clean your church first. We're going to help the parishioners in your church and their family before we even think about going into the street and pulling people in. If you don't clean up your own house, how are you going to clean up somebody else's house?
Can't do it.
Yeah? You're not going to clean somebody else's house like and your house ain't even clean, you're not going to do it right. You're not even going to have the compassion and the passion to do it. Because you got to come home every day, you see your son in there, or your daughters, you know, and you're worried about them, you feel me? So what we do, we're going to set up some classes, some systems. But now they come in, we clean them up, make sure they got some clothes on their back, make sure they fed. Now we start into the etiquette kind of stuff, right? Then we start moving on, ladder into this thing. While we're talking about the money, how do we make sure this person has something to stay in house for, right? So we show them how to create their own businesses. I think that's the best thing to do. Now, how we do that? Well, I'm big and I'm huge on manufacturing. We start manufacturing our own products. We teach them distribution so they can move that product through the church and through the community, right? You have business people in your church, Pastor? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I said, now all the business people, stand up. They stand up. I said, now do a 360. And look, I want you to look at all the parishioners. I want you to look at them real good. Look at them real good. Now I want you parishioners, I want you to stand up. If you even help this business, you even buy and support this business, these people are in our church. How many of y'all support these businesses that are standing up around us?
Right.
How many? How many of y'all even support your own family inside your own house? Do you know if you got a decent sized church, you're going to get 2 or 3 millionaires out there in the next 2 or 3 years if we all support that business. And when our friends say, oh, I need a mechanic. Oh, I know a great mechanic. Set them right there. What we call the church, what? A resource center. So we get all our parishioners, get them together, got businesses. We make sure everybody, all the people in the church know about these businesses and support these businesses, and we start educating them to, if anybody else needs these businesses, that we got business cards, or we said, go online, click there, we got a resource center at our church, take care of all that, any of your needs. But the beautiful part about it is that all churches are not set up. They're there with all resources. So I believe, that's why we're going to be dealing, we believe in clusters. So you ever see about maybe 3, 4, 5 churches in like maybe a block radius? It seems like, right? We probably got about 6 churches in our block over there. Right there. I can look across the street, there's 2 over there. I can look out my door, see you at the end over there. You know what I'm saying? The culture center over there. So what we do is hold a night where we can get all these clustered churches together and begin to share the resources we have. So if you great at dealing with prostitutes, well, I got some in my church I need to get. Right? You got some drug addicts in your church. Well, we deal great with drug addicts over here. And we work together as a community. Right? Right? Now, all you business owners out there, we have a youth ministry. And there's youth in this ministries that need mentors in the field that you're in. If you're a mechanic, well, my son in the church wants to be a mechanic too. Can he come over to your shop and hang out with you and learn some of the trade before they start? I mean, is that good? Isn't that the way we should do it? Yeah. I mean, it is easier. This is funny because I'm always a believer that once you really get the youth going, it's going. Yeah. You know, because they're going to be excited. Yeah. They're ready to go. They're like, Mommy, come on, we're going to church today. I want to get over there with my friends that I know that's in business with me, you know. And I want to thank this church all the time for opening up their doors and opening up their minds and say, we're going to help get our future young leaders going at the right time. Right? Write this down. Strong Young Minds of America. Write that down. StrongYoungMindsOfAmerica.com. That's my organization. We're getting ready to set up in every county in America. I got business associates all over America ready to have a branch of their Strong Young Minds in their neighborhood. They love the concept, but it's all manufacturing, teaching distribution, some etiquette, how to attack. I'm in so many stores. I'm not in all of them the way I'm going to be, but I'm in a lot of stores, a lot of them, okay? And that's what I like to teach. I like to teach people how to take your products and your services and how to get them into what we think impossible to get into these foreigners' hands. And that's not true. We're all foreigners. We'll all come from somewhere. We're all foreign to each other. You know, hey, I don't care what language you speak or dialect you have or whatever. You know, we are God's people. And when God's people on the move, we are on the move. Let me tell you why. You all, every one of y'all, you know 100, at least 100 people, correct? At least. Out of them 100 people that you know, which one of those people going to say, are going to say, I love God? Are the people that you ask, do you love God? Ask them, do they love God? What are they going to say to people you know? Yes. The 100 people that you ask, each one of you says about 20 people here. That's what? That's 2,000 or 20,000 people. So then that 2,000. So we got 2,000 people. Now those 2,000 people go out and ask 100 people, do they love God? And most likely they're going to say yes. God's people are in control of the earth. We just got people that are evil in power. Once we identify who these evil people are in the government, there you go. Who's in the government, who's in police department, whatever, they're going to get exposed. That's just the way it is, because evil really is like a sore thumb. If I had a bandage on, you can see that. You kind of know when somebody ain't doing right by God's people, don't you? Right? But you know that the only thing that's wrong with us, we just don't know how to get together, come together as a community. This community, every community deserves a youth movement. We got to do it. We don't have a choice. We have to do it. But somebody's got to lead. Somebody's got to take these pastors and put you all in the hot seat and let you know it's okay. We're here to help. We're here to extend a hand and to help you get to the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know that we as a people will get to the promised land. All right? It's very important to do. I'm going to give you some websites and stuff that you can go check and go look at some of the videos, and you're going to really see the impact. What I want you to do is I want you to steal the information. I want you to steal it from me. I want you to use it, steal it, call it your own. I don't care. Because that's how I roll. Steal it. Copy it. Share it with your family and your friends. Please. Anything is YouTube. Because once we get this cracking, Brother Hopewell, he'll be the go-to guy. He's the one taking us into the churches. I don't even have to do that. I'm just ready to rock. All right? When you get on, I want the 5 principles. To One word, no space. Distant spaced out. Sir Media Group. Sir Media Group, one word. This is all on YouTube now. Sir Markadoo. How to make lotion, how to make bubble bath, how to make this, how to do this, how to talk right, how to live right. Heavenly, one word, no space, Heavenly Body Products. This thing doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, but it's
Okay. All right, and then I want you to go to a .com. It's called, what is it?
Live stream.
My man picked it up. He got it on over there. Livestream.com. There's about 188 videos on there. It's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely nutty buddy. I'm telling you, just
it's called Sir Media Group.
Sir Media Group. Just start from the top and start looking at how to how to get youth to recruit youth. We started a youth revolution. Get involved. I mean, there's a lot of things in there. How to do business with foreigners. You know, how to do private labeling. I mean, it's there. Livestream.com.
That's one word?
You're going to get on there and hit watch events, and then the next page you're going to see a search bar. Just put in my first name, Sir, and it'll populate. You'll see me pop up Sir Media Group, and you go from there.
Sir Media Group. You wrote that?
Sir S-I-R Media Group.
Yep, Sir Media Group.
On live stream.
This is also my website right here.
He's got Sir Media Group on YouTube and on...
That's one of them. Samoa. That's another space. Samoa.com. Samoa, the strong young minds of America. You can do it, spell all, you can do it the whole way out, or you do some Samoa, and it'll come up. There's also a .com here too, if you want to get into a .com. I believe in pages. I have companies. I got to be able to market them, right? I believe in marketing. If I walk in your store, I mean, you're gonna know I'm ready to do business. Somebody's ready to do business with me, right? So what else, man?
YouTube, you got them.
Right, I got everything.
Unless you want the social media.
Oh,
Facebook.
social media. Oh. There you
Now,
go.
your name again?
Sir.
You want to write it
Sir,
out?
is your name?
Yep, Sir Markadoo.
Sir Markadoo.
You do that one word. You can go on Facebook,
Oh, Markadoo. Okay.
Google,
Google, what?
Instagram,
Instagram.
Twitter.
Twitter.
LinkedIn. Pinterest. You're on Periscope too. TR. Okay.
Well, okay, I messed something up here.
I think
Right here.
Pinterest. I think that's good.
Periscope.
Yeah,
How you spell Periscope?
P-E-R-I. Scope.
I haven't used Periscope yet, but now that my wife and I do, we're going to get heavier with it. It's going to be, it's called Love in Your Relationships. With an S. And that's a .com as well. You can go on YouTube as well and get that Love Your Relationship. So you can hear some of the things. We did a broadcast 2 Mondays ago about
Finance.
love, about finances, love in your money. I mean, how you interact with one another, and you know, and one is making most of the money, the lion's share of the money, and the other one is not. How do you work together? You know, 'cause a lot of people are greedy. You know, they're like, hey, that's my money, mine, that's mine. So, you know, you'll be surprised how much the love will loosen up in the family if you got some money, cash. I mean, it gets more fun after a while. You know what I mean? What do you want to do? Whatever you want. What we gonna eat at? Whatever you want. You know, we go through it all the time. We have a taste for whatever you want. You know, I take pride in making sure that economics and money is not a big thing. I like paying all the bills. That's just me. I teach men. I say, hey, you want to have a better relationship with your wife, go make more money. Go make more money. Just go make more money. Go make some more money and take care of your wife. You know? And vice versa. If you're the woman's the breadwinner, and you know he's doing key things to keep the family alive. He's taking care of the kids and making sure they get the sports, and you the breadwinner, make sure he's happy. Right? There's ways to do it. You know, especially you say, baby, you know, what do you think? You think you might want to start a little business? You know? You know, now you're supporting each other in that world. Right? 5 minutes?
No,
for a whole year. This right here is going to change. I swear to God, this is going to change the way you look at business and how you see life. There's 5 principles. What's the first thing you're going to need to move your product or your service around the globe? If you pastors want to go international, what is it that you got to do? If you got a product, you in the record business or something?
Yes.
How you gonna move your product or service around the globe?
I'm gonna go look it up.
Right.
Learn me a little something.
I'll tell you right now.
It's called branding. If you don't have a brand, you're not going too far. I mean, if I see this water, the water bottle, which one would you? If I had one with no label on it, no brand on it, which one would you buy?
The one with the brand.
One with the brand. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. You know, this company, they put their brand on things they didn't even make. They don't make it. They don't make it. I mean, all these gas stations, sorry, they go down to the refinery, fill up their big old trucks, and I mean, how much gas can you make it come out of the ground? I mean, how many bean companies really make beans? How do you make beans? They come out of the ground, right? They just slap their label on it, right? The cars the same way. I mean, you're making a car. So what do we want to do? Oh, we put an emblem on it. Bow, there it is. And they do it to us all the time. We could take jeans. They're just regular jeans, put a brand in it, you wouldn't know no difference, you just buy it. So it don't matter, you know, so you gotta know that. But if you're gonna move your brand around the globe, what are you gonna need? You need marketing. Without marketing, you're done, son. You're done, son. It's a wrap. You can't get far without marketing. Anybody see a multicolored van out in the parking lot when you was coming in? What did it say on it?
Carpet
It said chronic killer on it.
He's got a carpet cleaner van out there.
Oh, yeah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. And you know, that's literal and figuratively. It's a wrap. You know? I mean, you're more known. Only thing you need to do is clean up this, but make sure you tight when you come out the house. So, because you're the brand. What's the #1 brand in the world? You are. You are. Without you, you can't brand nothing. Yeah, you're the brand. You're the #1 brand. Nobody's going to take care of you better than you. Nobody. I don't care what you do. Try waiting on somebody to take care of you and pay your bills and put money in your pocket. You have to go out and sell yourself. People don't buy really products. They buy people. They buy the brand first. I could have something in my hand that I know you really want. You want this. But if you bought it before, But if I'm not appealing, if I'm not acting right, if I pitch the product wrong, you're not gonna buy it from me. You ever have somebody who had something, hey, and they were acting funny, you say, no, I'm not interested. You know why I wait for people to try to sell you something, I'm not interested? No thank you, you're gone. See, and when somebody doesn't really want to buy from you, they're gone, right? You ever try to pet a squirrel before? Try it. Try petting a squirrel, see what happens. People get away from you. Once you're known as that, you're branded as that type of person, just like a drug addict in the streets. When they see him, you know they're doing something. You see them around the crack house, they're up to something. Right there, right? You can almost look at a prostitute and tell that's a prostitute. You can kind of almost tell, right? They don't have to say much. You kind of watch them, you know, maybe their heels are down, or maybe they're down to the nail. You look at the way they may be fidgety. And it's a man or woman, you know? So that's their brand. And once you get branded as a mean person, you're branded as you're not right, you're not fair, that's it. You did it to yourself. Don't blame nobody but yourself. Just go over to the mirror, look in there, and start calling yourself names. You did it to yourself. Okay? Self-inflicted. That's what they call it. Okay, and if you're going to outsell your competition, you're going to outthink your competition. That's number 3. What are you going to need? Psychology. You need psychology. Branding first, marketing second, psychology is number 3. Imagine me learning this at 10 years old, 11. It's amazing. I was selling candy. I mean, literally, I was selling candy. I was selling it. But I had got to a point where I told my friend, I was selling a piece of candy for 5 cents. Well, if you buy 10, I'll give it to you for 3 cents a piece. I was getting it for a penny or less. But if you buy 10 pieces, I'll give it to you for 3 cents a piece. I was collecting so many 30 cents, it was incredible. I'm telling you. And once you know, I was known as the candy man, it was over, So number 4, if you're going to teach a 5-year-old international business, what are you going to need?
You need to know international business.
Simplicity. It's got to be really simple, easy to explain, and easy for them to explain back to somebody else. That by the time you finish with that 5-year-old and you got the right information in their head, they can teach a 55-year-old. That's what's missing in America. Now, folks, I swear to you, I'm not president whatsoever. I am not anti-white, but I am pro-black. I am Afrocentric. You can believe that. I am Afrocentric. I do love black people. Trust me. And I think we are the hardest hit. We are the hardest hit out of the nations of people, I think. After so many years of slavery and social injustice and economic injustices and stuff, and just so much that the last will be first. That's the biggest problem in America today. They know we are going to be first. It's just a matter of time. But who is this we? It's God's people going. Yeah. We're going to lead the charge. We're going to lead the way. They can't stop us. Evil can't stop us. We're getting them out of high places. Look what happened to some of the police officers now. I mean, some get away with it, but some are going to jail. They're being indicted. Because even white people are disgusted. I mean, you're shooting people like dogs, and it's not right. I mean, we're really past that. And that's the beautiful part about evil, that you can ask somebody are they evil, and they're going to say no. Right? Well, if you're not evil, why are you doing those evil things? Then do you want to remain to be evil? No. Well, you got things to do. You got some key fact-finding things you got to do to knock that evil down, because it's all over you. We all come from somewhere. Thank God. Right? And we're here today. Right? So the main thing I just want to leave you with, I want to leave you with this, okay?
Number 5.
Number 5. I want to leave you with that. good. People like, oh, you ain't getting away with that. You came this far, right?
Do this.
Okay.
Give number 5.
Okay.
And then let's take
Some
a
questions?
break.
Okay.
And then come back and let do
Q&A. Oh, that's good. Do y'all want to ask me some questions?
Yeah.
All right, good. Now, number 5. What's going to happen once we teach the 4 principles to your youngsters, your nieces, nephews, and you guide them to those videos? What's going to happen after that? It's going to be duplication. It's going to duplicate itself. It's happened to me. I learned this stuff when I was a young boy. I'm duplicating it now. I'm doing the best. It's just a natural phenomenon. You know, we do, especially when we're dealing with God's people as we're on the move. You know, we're going to really crank it up. Just say, listen, we got to have this in our children. We got to have this in our community. The one thing that's really missing in our community is youth economics. It just is. We got to take the pressure off these people. I mean, that's you know, when you really look at people not having money and not having the resources, and you look at poverty is degrading. It's one of the most degrading things I've ever seen, for people to struggle economically, you know, when they don't have to. A lot of people don't have, they really don't have to. There's millions and millions of people that won't do different things to make their life enriched. They just won't do it. They know they gotta do it, but they won't, right? But then leaders come along. Unexpected leaders, 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old. Here they come. Unexpected leaders now are certified, coming through the church system. Coming out of those classes in that church, certified to teach those same classes. Now they go teach that stuff to any one of their friends, family, wherever they go in the world. Now they got something to teach. They're certified. Certified leaders, right? If you're going to write this down, if you're going to be a leader, it's a leadership class, right?
Yep.
If you're going to be a leader, be a great leader. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Right.
If you're going to be a leader, be a great leader. But if you're going to be a follower, there's a second part to this. But if you're going to be a follower, follow a great leader. If you're going to be a leader, be a great leader. But if you're going to be a follower, follow a great leader. That way we won't lose. We can't lose. We can't lose. We let our children know it's all right that we're coming to help you. We're coming to help you. We're going to build a big youth ministry in our churches. We're going to make out, as a matter of fact, the way I really want it, and I hope I get my way, Dave, I want the youth department to be separate from the regular church part. Why? Because they're raising their own money. They got their own grants coming in. They take care of them. Don't be going down there stealing the money from the kids and bringing it back up to the general population. That's nuts.
Amen.
These kids have worked hard to get themselves in that position, to be able to understand these systems and say, hey, we're making money, we're raising money, we got money to take these trips, we got money to open up our own businesses now, because listen, youth economics, I mean, when it comes to economics, but youth unemployment is really high. Youth unemployment is high. It's really more than that, Doc. It's about 50–60%, from 15 to 25. So, youth unemployment is high. Why? Because youth businesses are low. That's the problem. The only way to create jobs, ladies and gentlemen, is you have to create businesses. That's the only way you can create jobs. It's impossible to create jobs if you don't create businesses. Anybody disagree with that? If all of us start a new business, we got a chance to hire our people in our community, church community, our living community. But you can't, all these politicians, they can't create jobs. It's impossible. If they were going to create jobs, it was did a long time ago. Why is so many people unemployed?
They wouldn't be politicians.
If you're going to find more jobs, you see what's said right here? They want me to run for CEO with DeKalb County.
Go for it.
No way. I'll make more money. I'll make more impact on the community being a leader. Right? Being free. If anything, I'm going to teach that politician how to do it. That's what we're doing. We're getting ready to develop that circle of people. So we're going to sit some of these CEOs down and the commissioners, and we're going to say, this is what we want, and we got to have it. And you're going to give it to us.
Let's do this. Let's take a 10-minute break. Be back at 5 minutes after, and we'll entertain questions.
But, okay, but that was the fifth one, duplicating?
Duplication.
So then,
And we're going to take, be back at 5 after. We'll take questions till about 20 minutes after. And then I'm going to tie all this in. Prophetically, what God has showed me, prophetically, and then give you principles to reach you. And that'll be our day. All right?
All right. Not bad.
Very good.
How I see universal law. That's just me. Okay? It's not, may not be right for everybody, but it's right for me. All right? I believe in that God is first. Bar none. First in my life. Second for me is family. I love my family, and I take care of my family. Okay? Community is third. You can write this down. God first, family second. Anybody disagree with that so far? No. Community third, and money fourth. What? Money fourth, right? What's on money? God, in God we trust. So that makes God the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, right? He got us covered. He got us covered in there, right? He's at the top and the bottom. He got us in here, right? Right? Okay. Money, in God we trust. Where did you get? Wait a minute. Where did I get this money? From the community. Somebody just got some stuff. It's the community that gives you the money. You didn't get that money on your own. Now, who gets blessed by that money? The family. And then God gets the glory. Okay? So we get that. So we got that straight. So we got that straight? Anybody disagree with that? All right. Then we're all on one accord. Now we can go forward from there, right? Okay, sister, I'm ready.
I guess it's more of a statement too. I kind of, forgive my tardiness first of all, but what I came in on reminded me a lot of W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington's concept, the Big Ten.
Yes.
And, you know, you get one that goes out, trains 10, and it continues to duplicate that way.
I love it.
And that is, because I'm also in network marketing, and everything that you're saying are the foundational concepts of network marketing.
Yeah, each one reach one. Each one teach one.
Each one teach one, exactly.
But you got to get to them first, right? You say you're in network marketing. What kind of network marketing are you in?
I'm an independent associate for Stream Energy.
Okay.
I help people save money on their energy.
Let me help with that. And I'm not being evasive towards you, right? Because I teach that system too. It takes about 5 minutes. That's not network marketing. That's multi-level marketing.
It is multi-level marketing. I stand
Network
corrected.
marketing is when two businesses get together and we figure out what to do with
But
ourselves.
it is
That's networking.
You're correct. I stand corrected.
Because that's important. That's important for all of us to know the difference between network marketing and really, in multi-level marketing. Because there's really 3 major marketings for me. Marketing. Right there, there's 3 major markets for me. Is direct marketing. Direct. Right to the cranium. Boom. You see the person, you sell them, get that money. Then there's unilevel marketing. All that is a form of what we do is we wholesale. So we wholesale down, and then you direct market. That's what I do best right there. I teach people to get in the products that they need, how to manufacture it, and then redistribute. All right? And then the last one It's multi-level marketing. Yes.
I just jumped a little ahead of myself. The network marketing part that I was talking about was, because I have a mobile laundry service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're talking. Now that's the network marketing. So if you got together with me and I turned you on to some of my friends and business, that's the network work.
Yes.
Okay.
What was the uni-level marketing?
Unilevel marketing, all of that is just wholesale, really. You know, you're just distributing one generation. Uni means one, right? So one generation. I bring in the barrels, the drums, the totes, and I sell them to you. You break them down, then you redistribute them. You can either wholesale them or retail them at that point. But that's what we're teaching the kids, because it's going to be fast, too, especially the college students. The college students, if they're in your churches, they are going to excel fast and furious. Any other questions? Come on.
One thing I want to ditto that you're saying, I was doing a client's carpet, and she had like maybe a 2 or 3 year old there at the house. He told his mother, his grandmother, he said, I want to do that when I grow up.
It don't take long. It don't take much.
Just that way.
It doesn't take much.
And now what I'm trying to grab from you is, what is your approach? Are you planning on setting up, I'll just use the word satellite stations in different parts of the city? Those communities coming to that particular...
To learn stuff, to get the mentorship. No, they're going to be in the churches.
The churches, satellite places.
Yeah, you all are going to be the resource centers in the community.
Right, and so you're going to go to these different places, churches.
That's right.
And then you're going to bring your training in, or you're bringing a product for them to learn to distribute. Right,
exactly.
They're going to distribute your product.
Exactly. Some of my product and other products too. See, because what I'm teaching is that if you have since you have a rug business, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But once we begin to teach the student, once we got them down pat, they're going to be selling your business too, and you give them a commission.
Okay.
We got all these businesses, and these kids can make money off every one of these businesses in here by just giving them a commission to go out and be your marketing reps.
Right. So you plan on, I guess, going to different parts of this metro Atlanta area?
I'm going to be all over the world.
Okay.
That's it. I'm going global. I'm going over to, if everything goes right, I'll be in the Bahamas in May or June teaching the parliament, the heads of state, how we're going to not eliminate, but at least bring economic development to their country. They fly me over, all expense paid.
All right.
I teach them what it takes to get these kids off the street and stop being vagabonds.
That's on NASA?
I don't know, wherever they're, whoever, it's probably it's either NASA or Freeport, wherever the capital, which one's the capital? Yeah, that's it. And so this is when we all jump on board. We say, okay, this is working, and let's continue. See, this is why I really want to get you all to understand what we're going to be doing, right? These are not government programs. Right. These are community programs. These are programs that don't stop. How are we going to stop a community program teaching our kids economics and turning our kids into millionaires and stuff like that? How does that stop? But I teach the children that personally I teach them tithing. But I teach them 5% to the church and 5% to any youth organization in the community of their choice. I think that, or give back to the church. That's why I said we keep those systems separate. Keep the youth department, even though they work intertwined, but you keep that separate. Whatever money you making, Pastor, with your people over there, with the adults, leave the kids a little money alone. They're going to pay you 5%. No, 5% towards the church and 5% back towards the youth ministry. Yes.
Is the warehouses you have, you just sell the products that's on this thing, or?
Yeah, mostly everything I sell is on the flyer.
And you ship those things over?
Africa, the Bahamas.
Are you hiring youth to?
No, I do have youth that work for me as well. Yeah, they do pouring, labeling, Yeah, so they do. I do hire youth and young adults.
So you manufacture everything you all sell?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, I buy in bulk.
You buy in
Like
bulk,
barrels
okay.
and drums. See, you'll see it when you go on YouTube and you pull up Heavenly Body Products. You'll see us say Heavenly Body Product International Wholesale. You'll see me. I'll walk you right through the whole house.
Okay,
It's a tour.
okay.
So are you not gonna help the old youth?
You like you mean? Absolutely. I can't. One can't be done without the other.
Right.
It really can't. It cannot be done because we need the elders.
Right.
You know, to be able to say, hey, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, you know, all these years, but
Right.
I'm willing to learn right along with you. You're my nephew or niece, and I'm going to work with you, and we're going to build us a business together.
Don't you see?
Do you have
For Africa? Well, I ship to Africa, too. I just sent some
much noise in the classroom.
oh, I forgot the name of the country. But, yeah, I mean, that's the motherland. I mean, of course I think about Africa all the time. I do. But all I need is like-minded people that ready to do big business, because it's big business, and you can't. It's hard to do small business when you're doing big business. It's just almost impossible because you have that small mental thought process, and we got all this money and all these people waiting for us to serve them. You know.
Have you thought about,
But I do want to. If you want to work, I do want to work with you though.
Africa, do you think about as you ship stuff over, could they ship stuff back to you?
That's doable. That I think about that as well. But I think because when you build that big network, it all makes sense at that point. It just makes sense, you know. But I want to say something back to the brother right here. But you know, before I even if I was working with you, what I would do with you, and I would try to get you to understand that we need to do it here first, in our African community that you have here, and it'll be easier to transform over there. You know, it'll be automatic after that, because everybody want to do it then. You know, everybody want to get back home to get it to their people. You know. Come on, come on then. Oh, here we go.
Say you have a kid that's like 10 or 11 years old. What are the techniques that you would use to motivate them before teaching them the principle if they're not really motivated?
Well, you know, that's interesting because everybody is not going to get a business. All the kids ain't going to get a business. That's why the mentors in the church that have these businesses that kids want to get into, it's perfect that we match them up. Even if your church doesn't have that resource, but the church that's like right next door has those resources, we need to get our churches connected so we can get the resources that our youth need. But usually a great motivator for youth, I found out, is talking about money. Talking about money, talking about car, what kind of car they want, you know, that kind of stuff. What do you really want? What would you buy if you had $10,000? You know, and you'll start getting perked up. Money is a great motivator. But a lack of money is a greater motivator, too.
And I think, too, with motivating kids, because I have 4 young boys, 4 young sons, and when they want things, to let them know, okay, what are you going to do in order to get that?
Absolutely.
Right.
To achieve that.
I'm not going to buy it. My money is for my wife and I. You know, just our kids. So they're like, Daddy, can I go to work with you?
There we go.
So in order, while you want to go to work, I want to buy for me something.
There we go.
Motivation for kids and is, as he said, that they want money, but we have to let them know that money is not just going to be given to you.
That's right.
You have to
Earn
put
it.
in their mind that you're going to have to do something to get it.
Absolutely, just like I did.
Right, exactly.
And don't play with your kids. Don't play with them. Make it happen. Tell them, hey, this is the way it's going to be.
I have a 14-year-old grandson that do exactly that.
Last question. Go ahead.
He goes out and he started out just emptying trash in my neighborhood because she was like, I want this. And so I was saying, well, you do this, I give you this. And so after I started doing it, he started going knocking on doors, and he said he got a candy store at the school. So
I want to meet him.
how, what else how could I take him to another level in this.
Manufacturing. People, get this in your head. I don't care what you make. Anything you can make, any of your kids can make, they put their hands on it. That's perfect. See, I sell lotions, bubble bath, shea butter, black soaps, body oil, burning oil. When you see kids working with their, and then we show them how to put their own brand on it, their own company.
You teach them how to make it?
No, we teach them how to make it and everything. It's all on videos. I got it all on videos.
I saw that, but I wasn't sure, so I just had.
Just go on YouTube and pull up Heavenly Body Products, and we got all kinds of videos on how to make it from this size to this size.
Do you do,
All right.
do you go out to community to talk to the, like there's the college park police officer work with our community to do stuff with the youth? Would you be willing to?
I have no problem. That's what I do. I'm a community activist. I'm a youth activist. That's what I do. Strong Young Minds of America.
This card,
No, is that, that's my office, but I'll give you my other number. 404-578-3549. That's my cell number. 404, right there. 578-3549. My thing is, when I come in, it's about we know what I'm coming in there to do. You know, because I'm dealing with a little group right now, I don't even want to dime on them like that, but they have no real understanding about what I really, really do. And they said they're not interested. I said, fine. But I did write her back. And I said, when you see and hear what's really going on, the movement in our community, please call me and I'll gladly come back over here with enthusiasm to make sure you get with the kids, because it's all about the kids for me first. You know, number one, the kids. God first, of course.
Some car wrecks.